Howdy, team. I have been working on a document that I'm going to link to below. What I'd like you to do is pause the video and go read it and then come back. I don't want you to comment about what you think or contact me directly. I'd rather not discuss this in comments and what might eventually become public. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and just download the document. Tell me what you think over Skype or Gmail or whatever contact information you have for me. For those that don't know, my Skype is EagleEye1975. Go ahead and add me. But I'd like to discuss this mutual agreement and answer any questions you may have about it. I could go into it all in a video and read it all, but that's just it would take too long. The one thing I really do want to discuss, though, is the revenue sharing model that I plan on doing. Originally, I was going to do it where there were different departments like development and design and graphics and audio and development would be website and game development, but then there's server development, client development. I mean, just all sorts of shit. And the problem is you have like graphic artists who also do coding. You have developers who are also doing design. You have audio people who are also doing, they may do some world building and stuff in their spare time. People are multifunctional, and so they would end up being in all these different teams, and it would really dilute the whole, method of everything. The thing that I'm thinking about is doing a kind of a level-based thing or a team member rank-based thing, where if you take the total number of ranks in the entire team and add them together, that becomes the denominator of a fraction. So your rank over the total of all ranks for everyone in the team would determine your actual fraction of the revenue. So like, let's say we have 25 members of the team. I am rank 10, Wade is rank 8, so there's 18 right there, and everyone else is rank 1. So there's 23 rank 1. So 18 plus 23 is going to be 41. So that, for me, I would be 10 41s. 10 out over 41, that would be my percentage of revenue. Wade would be 8 over 41, everyone else would be 1 over 41. The question I have with this is, how do we determine the ranks? Would it be solely determined by me? Would there be a cap on the ranks where it's like, at most anyone can get is like rank 10, so you can't say like, what? The cap on the rank would be the total number of members of the team. So like, if there's 25 members of the team, I could be rank 25, for example. That would be the highest. And that's the cap on team members anyway. So that way I can't say, well, I'm 1,000. I'm rank 1,000. You're all rank 1. That would not be fair. So there would have to be a cap on each individual's personal rank. And I would say that the rankings would have to be subjective, but they'd have to be determined by some sort of voting or committee. It wouldn't just be by me. I need to give up some control there to allow things to be a little more democratic, so that people in the team, would be able to agree. Basically, what I'm looking for, though, is some way to ensure that people who contribute more to the team are compensated more once revenue sharing begins. I would probably start myself out at rank 25. Because I put 12 years of my life into this, and I'm the main mover and shaker and main coordinator. This is my baby. But people like Wade, who's running a team of people and who is doing all that extra work in coordinating them, he would be up there in rank as well. He's also been around for a long time and done a lot. He's actually contributed work. So as people contribute more and more work, we would probably have some sort of vote on, okay, new member comes in, they're rank 1. They contribute to the game. The more they contribute, and this would be subjective based on not just the contribution of the quality of the content or the amount of the content. It would be about their attitude, their willingness to work with other people, how well people like them, and how much they demonstrate that they believe in the project as a whole. that would be a factor, and what I'm thinking is that at the end of the day, it's probably a good thing to have some sort of democratic process where all team members are involved in decisions based on, like, should we rank someone up for their extra contribution, with a maximum of 25 or whatever, or however many members of the team there are. There's a maximum of 25 members, meaning an ultimate maximum of 25 ranks, and it's not going to be like, well, only one person per rank. It's not going to be like 25, 24, 23. It could be me at 25 and everyone else starting at 1. But then everyone votes and says, okay, I think that this person has contributed a lot. But I think ultimately there needs to be checks and balances here where I say, okay, everyone votes everyone else up to 25. No, I'm sorry, that's not going to be... I'm going to veto that. I'm going to be like, no, that's not going to happen. But, kind of like... I don't know. What I think we should probably do is have it so that everyone else votes, and whatever everyone else decides for everyone else, I think I can trust everyone in the team to be fair. If you vote to rank one person up, you're effectively reducing your own revenue share. So, it's going to be a weighty decision. But I think a lot of people, they don't care necessarily as much about how much money they're making. They just want I want to trust everyone in the team to be fair. So let's say Wade and his team, they're all working together, and they see that Brandon is working really hard on a lot of stuff, and they say, man, you really deserve to be ranked up for all the work you've been doing. They get together and propose that hey, we have voted that Brandon will get voted ranked up. And whoever we're voting on at the time does not get a vote. They can't vote to rank themselves up. And they propose it out to the rest of the group, and we take a vote. Majority rules, and yeah, okay, boom, we'll bump him up a rank for all that work he did. And then I'll be like, okay, and I'll base my decision on not only the results of the voting, but also my own interpretation of how much work he's done if I've seen it, and it needs to be displayed to me. So that gives the team some democratic power in who gets compensated more, and who is actually contributing more to the project. I've tried to think of ways of doing this in other ways, like having some sort of tally of how much contribution has been made. But someone can contribute 10 or 20 models to the game, but they're all like, this is a bunny that has 50 polys. This is a lamp that has 20 polys. This is a sword that has 20 polys. And it takes them 5 minutes for each one. But then you have one person making an entire castle for the do I base their contribution on the number of polygons of their stuff? No, because I want people to make things as low poly as possible. I don't want to encourage people to be wasteful in poly counts. I don't want to encourage people to be wasteful in their level of detail just to get more compensation or to artificially bump up their stats. I want to encourage efficiency, and that goes directly against that. So, you can't do it on number of contributions, because that one castle far outweighs the work that was done on those 20 models that are very simple. But the prop models are just as necessary as the castle. It's just a matter of, how much work are you actually... Do I do it based on hours? Well, how do I verify that you were actually working, if I set up some sort of way for you to check in and make a time log, how do I verify that the time log is accurate? I'd much rather it be something where we form a community of developers here and artists and such, the whole team, where we are a community that works together and recognizes each other for the contributions we've put in. That makes it much more friendly, not so cutthroat, not so everyone out for themselves, and it encourages productivity in order to prove to the rest of the team that you deserve to have a rank up. I'm not entirely sure. I'd love to have a discussion about this, maybe we can talk about it on our next team meeting via Skype. That said, by next Friday, a week from tomorrow, I will be getting, I'm probably going to be getting my financial aid, and this is when I'm going to be buying the Big World license. We need to have a meeting sometime in the next week or two to really discuss where we're going with this. I'd probably want to get the license, get the software, play around with it a bit, and understand how it works, and so that I can understand what is needed from everyone else. So what I'd like to propose is that in 2 weeks' time, meaning sometime around the end of the month, the last week of the month, basically the 24th, 25th, 26th, that weekend is probably good. 24th, 25th, 26th, let's decide on one of those days for us to all get together and have a Skype meeting or a meeting over Tiny Chat. Tiny Chat is probably better. It's voice and video. Prior to that meeting, I expect everyone to log into Tiny Chat somehow, some way, and make sure that if you have a camera, the camera works. But at the very least, get Manycam so you can use some sort of camera functionality when you're on the dock. But at the very minimum, make sure you have a microphone that works in Tiny Chat. Do that on your own time before we have a meeting. I'm thinking from now on, Tiny Chat will be the place where we meet. It's quick, it's easy, no software to install. It's voice and video. We don't have to worry about Skype going crazy on us or dropping calls. It's all web-based. So, and the docks are bigger than Stickum, so we can use like Manycam to draw on our dock to say, okay, this is what I'm thinking, or show our desktop to show something like document or image on our screen, that kind of thing. Tiny Chat actually worked really well for that meeting I had with Wade and his team. So, and I just spilled on myself. Isn't that wonderful? It's just an undershirt anyway, a t-shirt. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Let's start discussing this. So I'm going to attach that. You know what? I'm not going to attach a document to like a link. What I want you to do is contact me. Contact me, and I will send you the document because I don't want to put it out there on the web somewhere in a public thing like YouTube here where people can download it. Contact me. I'll send you the document. We can talk about it. But for this video, let's talk about the compensation plan and that whole democratic ranking up type of thing for team members. All right, let's do this.